Hello, my name is Starlight. Welcome to my YouTube channel, and I'm reaching out to all of you beautiful souls out there. I hope you're able to get out in nature like Starlight was. And here I am. I decided to come here to cool down and do some things that I needed to do here at the library. So I hope all of you are getting out in nature somewhere. Find a stream of water, or hug a tree, go barefoot, make sure you look out for dog doo-doo and the bees. But besides that, I hope you're really taking good care of yourself. And if you are new to my YouTube channel, welcome. And you can find me on YouTube, and that is at Starlight, and that is Kathy with a K Dingman. Plus, you can give this video a thumbs up, and you can subscribe to my YouTube channel. Plus, you can also leave me a message down below. And thank you, all of you who has watched my videos, liked, or even leave me a message and send in love and support. I really appreciate all of you. And you can also share my videos. Plus, you can check me out on Instagram at 1995 Starlight, or on Facebook, and that is Kathy with a K Dingman Starlight. So today, today is the day before my birthday, so I really just want to let you know that I am celebrating every day of this month for my birthday. And so tomorrow how young will Starlight be turning? So anyway, happy birthday to Starlight. And I just want to say thank you, all of you that have been there from the beginning all the way to now. And those of you who have been watching my videos and watching me grow. I really appreciate all of you for your patience and understanding and the love and support I get from all of them. But it's like I need a notebook everywhere I go. So, oh yeah, like we're like computers, like put that into the file, great video to make later on. But today, not a lot of you are going to like this video because it's about slowing down. And so this is going to be a combination video here, is about put the brakes on a little bit, pause. A lot of times the way society is and the way, the people are and our surroundings, we're so busy, moving so fast. And then when things come up, we're going so fast, it's hard to work on those things that do come up. Things like you might have like a roadblock or construction work, or problems at work or at home or with the kids, because they're in school now, problems at church, problems with just being human, trying to connect with other people, problems with communication, money problems, worried about the future, thinking about what you should have done in the past, or not forgiving yourself of the things from the past. So a lot goes on, and if we're going too fast, you're gonna miss the beauty out in the world. And nature is so beautiful if you just slow down a little bit, just ease off on that gas pedal there. And even with people that are driving, I heard this on the radio, and I thought the same thing. As Starlight once upon a time did speed, and I made myself pay for that $200 speeding ticket, so that was a lesson. I punished myself, and I said, there you go, that's what you get. But I didn't realize my chemicals were a little whacked at that time. I probably wasn't quite grounded in that time in my life. So we do really need to slow down, and it is kind of odd, the ones that are, speeding on the road. And, I have drove all over. I have been from New York all the way to Miami, and where I am now. So, I have drove through different areas, different states, different speed limits. And I just couldn't believe it. I was like, oh my, a speed limit, this is 75. I can go 80. I just was so blown away. I have never gone that fast, legally, that is, on the road. So those of you that do like to speed, when it says, it's already saying 75, you can go 80, right? Pretty much. And they're not, a lot of times the officers, especially new ones, might pull you over just to kind of scare you and see if you know your rights. So, but if you're going like 90, and it is something how I heard this on the radio, and it is so true, as I knew people that definitely like to speed, and I was driving in another vehicle. They were the ones ahead of me speeding, trying to get to wherever we're going. And, we ended up in the same, it wasn't like they really were getting ahead of me anyway. So it doesn't really make any sense to go, speeding in the car. And because that is so true, with driving, that is true in reality, in your personal life, your working life, your family life, we really do, I know a lot of people are busy at this time of year, especially when I was in New York, when the snow melted, there's people, as the snow was still melting on the ground, they were shoveling the snow off the grass in the road because they didn't want to see no more snow. So they were getting busy, and ready for what to take care of in the yard, and this does happen where people will complain, especially if you're in states where they have snow, complain about the snow, and then later on complain about the grass, so it is I'm grateful to have grass. Of course, I don't have to mow grass where I'm living, but we got to be grateful for those things anyway. And what are we going to do? The grass is going to grow. Be grateful that it is. And as far as going too fast, why don't you slow down and smell the roses or lilacs or lavender? There's so many different smells out there to smell, and we really do. We need to slow down and, to really enjoy the moment, the present moment, like right now, instead of worrying about tomorrow. And that's easier said than done, is to really try to focus on what is going on right now in your life. We really do in life, now to get back to the topic, is to slow down. And you might have a lot going on because a lot of people, they're already thinking about, fall time, when it's not here yet, and, get to really have some time to be with yourself, to really pat yourself on the back for what you're doing. And, when we're going too fast, we're going to miss out on things what God really, wants us to see. And that could happen to me today. I was like, I wanted to go from point A to point B, but you know what? I'm like, okay, I'm just going to stop and I'm just going to take a breather here. I need to just stop, breathe in a couple of times, and not to be in such a rush to, and the universe, well, God, it is something with life though, is that we do move too fast, but I've been learning through this process is to slow down and stay in the now, and that is so important. And there is times in life that you might have a lot going on, and please don't get overwhelmed. And the other thing that I want to say is, with the news, I just told somebody this the other day, is if you're a person, I can't control you. I don't want to control you. I only want to inspire you and help you. But if you're that type of person that watches the news, please don't let that affect you in a negative way and believe everything they tell you on the news. Not everything on the news is 100% correct. And a lot of times they do put stuff out there to get us at a low frequency. So you got to be wise and not to, like spend too much quality time on, like watching the news and keeping up with all this stuff, out there in the world. And yes, it is scary to watch that stuff, but, like you really got to have some alone time with yourself. And, you know, um, really, like I had that video the other day about should children really be watching the news. Yeah, I grew up watching it when I was younger. I used to cry because I seen like people from different countries that didn't have food, and here I came from a poor family, and I say I came from a poor family, but they didn't have drinking water. They didn't have like maybe a toilet that I had, to go number one and number two in. So, don't get over worried about everything going on. Take one step at a time, like the stepping stones, just one thing at a time. And that is what I've done my whole life, is try to handle, you got like this problem over here, that over there, this over there, and that over there, and you're just trying, it doesn't work really well when you're like, oh my, I got all these problems, and where a lot of times we think we got to fix all those problems at once, but no, just work on the most important problem first. Work on that problem. Take care of that problem, and multitask. And I am a multitasker, but at this point on this is that you really just want to write everything down that you're dealing with, and figure out ways that you want to focus on the most important thing that you got to deal with now. What out of all the things that you're working on now, what is the most important thing that's really getting your attention to say it needs some attention, it needs some help, and just focus on that particular problem, because you're not going to be able to fix all those other problems that everything might be it feels like it's caving in. You might feel stuck at this time, and with these moons, I was just speaking to a beautiful couple the other day. I love where God has me. I do. I have, just like you, I have things that I have to deal with, at different times, but I definitely want to still, I got an itch, still work on myself, and I get messages from the universe and the angels, to guide me and help me, the, things that I got to work on, and how it will, make things smoother. So, whatever it is that you're working on, you want to focus on just that one most important thing. Look at all the stuff that you got to deal with, and you're like, I got to get this stuff done. I got a certain time frame that I am stressed out. God doesn't want you to be stressed out. God, worrying, like I've been learning now, and I've been learning this for a while, is instead of getting worried about something that didn't work out the way I wanted it to work out, I'm like, you know what? I can't undo yesterday. I like focus on right here, right now. So, and tomorrow, like my brother used to help me out with this, tomorrow hasn't even come here. So I don't need to worry about tomorrow. I need to stay focused right here, right now on the things that I'm dealing with now, and just work on one problem. I would rather fix the big problem first. The one that really, the problem that's like, it might be something that actually has to, today, it might have to get done today. You might need something today on a problem that you're dealing with now. So don't worry about the thing, you got other stuff going on. So you don't worry about all those other things, because as long as they are not more important than the thing that you think is the biggest problem, is to work on the biggest problem first. As long as if there's a time frame that it's like, hey, you got this amount of time to get this fixed, well then work on that thing that you need fixed now, and don't worry about all those other things. Those, deal with those as they come up, but you really want to stay in the present time, in the present moment, in the now, and ask the universe, God, Jesus, to ask for help and guidance. And, I am going to make another video on that fluoride for the water. I didn't finish all of that, so I didn't do the full study on that yet, so I will be making that part 2 because it's too much information all in one day for me to put out there. But so, and that's what we got to do sometimes, is break things up. And the other thing also is to sometimes, like if you're anything like Starlight, I get started into something and I just want to get it done. Sometimes, you're going to have to, instead of overdoing it with that one thing, give yourself a break. Go do something else for a little bit, and then you can come back to that thing and work on it so you don't drain your energy too much. And so it's so important to slow down, really get things organized, and the way you organize things, I am an organizer. You got something that needs to be organized? I'm the chick. So I am the chick as far as organizing. I love things clean and organized. My car is, it's organized. I have things in a certain place, and then there's times I gotta switch things around, let go of things. And that, if you really want to think clear up here, clean your house, get it organized. I'm great for this. I had jobs like this where they needed somebody they're like, wow, I got all this stuff, and I got to get, have a pile of stuff to donate, or give it away. Find family members first that say, here you go, here, you know what? Because a lot of times we want to hang on to that stuff and make money, and it just adds more stress to your life. If you're gonna have a sale, have it, but it does take time and patience to get all that stuff, and the weather's got to be right. But so it does take a lot of time and energy to have people come at your house. But God's gonna bless you if you just gave it away and donated it to some cause out there that is helping people out. There's all kinds of places out there to donate, like Salvation Army, secondhand stores. And I'm not really, some places I don't want to donate to anymore, because when I see the prices that they have in the store, then I'm like, you know what, I gave it to you for free and you're selling it for the same price, that it was in the store. Well, then I don't want to donate to you anymore. So you do have to be careful of those, because really, like, those secondhand stores should really help people that are in need. And there's also donations that you can do for, I see this all over out here, which I think is awesome, for men and women that served in the military, to donate to them so they can have stuff. So we need to slow down and really get a good look at what we're doing and how we're managing things. Maybe we gotta do things differently. Maybe we gotta look at it at a different view, or a different angle of, are we doing it in the best way that we can? I'm a great person as far as speeding things up, getting things done. You give me a job, there's times that I'm gonna figure a better way of doing it, getting it done quicker, more, where it gets done quicker, you make more money doing it this way. I am great. I'm like, it's so funny. We all have gifts. So think of the gifts and talents that you have and use them while you have them. And that's what I gotta do. That is, I'm letting go of fear, and gonna use my voice out in public one way or another to reach people out in the community. And words are very powerful. So, think of ways that you can help people out in the world as far as your gifts and talents go. And be creative. This is what I get, signs from the universe. God knows my thoughts. Even though I might not ask God a certain question, God already knows what I'm thinking about, or the angels know. And it's so beautiful how they give me the answers. I'm like, I didn't even ask them, but they know what I'm thinking. And I get numbers, and then I get the answers. But sometimes with those numbers, we might not figure it out right away, and that's why we're going to get those numbers repeated over again, is so because we're not getting the message. We got the message, but we're not really understanding why we got that message, and we might think that has nothing to do with my life right here, but it does if that number keeps on popping up. It's just that there's something that you're not quite seeing, and it's so important to really, slow down in life and don't go running fast, because, that's when we're going to trip up and make the wrong choices in life, and where it could take us back, further than where we were. It's like, oh, now you got to go back, just like a board game. My kids and I loved playing board games. Like there was a game called Sorry, and so if you landed on a certain spot, I think you had to go all the way back to the beginning of the game, or if somebody picked a certain card, I forget how that game was, if they picked a certain card, you picked a card, and you, oh no, I gotta go back to start. And I don't even know if Monopoly, I loved playing that game, Monopoly. There's different games like that. If you're going too fast, and you could be missing out on the things that God is trying to show you, but you're going so super fast, just like a person driving, they might miss, that motorcycle guy on the road, or woman, So we do have to slow down and really stay in the now moment, in the present moment. My mentor taught me this, so I thank him a lot. And we do have to really think outside the box, and change your way of thinking. And that's those full moons that help us to do that, is to make shifts. And I feel and see the shifts happening right after the full moon. I'm like, wow, I am like a different person than the day before, because I was doing all that work. And you got to really pay attention to all the things that are going on in your life, and be grateful for those changes. And some of them are going to be tough. Some of them we're going to have to let go of things. Like I'm letting go of my coffee, and I have to make a correction. I said I'm going to try. I am not going to try. I already did. I'm already doing. So got to throw that try word out. Don't say I'm going to try it. You're going to do it. You're going to make this happen, is, whatever you put your mind to. So anyway, I do love you. This is Starlight, and I really hope you enjoy this video. It's about slowing down, taking, step by step. Don't go too fast, because, even though we're in a marathon race here, running, or I'm definitely in a race, is to work on myself. And, but we got to slow down in life and smell those roses. Enjoy your family while they're around now, and spend time with them. Send them love, buy them a gift when it's not their birthday or holiday, do something special for someone today, and that's why I wanted to dress up a little bit today. I'm like, yeah, I'm so excited. Tomorrow will be my birthday. I will be 25 again. So anyway, I love you. This is Starlight. You can give this video a thumbs up. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel. Plus, you can leave me a beautiful message down below. And thank you, Richard, for sending me a message. I really appreciate you. Thank you for being with me here. And also all of you other people that are on my YouTube channel, thank you. Plus, you can share my videos, share, if you know somebody that's going too fast in life and they need to slow down, maybe they do, they're going too fast, they're going to get a speeding ticket, is it worth it? Something bad could happen. So slow down on those roads and slow down in your life. I love you so much. You can also follow me on Instagram at 1995 Starlight, or on Facebook, and that is Kathy with a K, Dignan Starlight. I love you so much. Namaste. This is Starlight, love, light, and